meeting shall come to order at 7 o'clock. The time is 7 and the date is May 20th, 2015. Would you please rise and join us in the invocation led by Rena Agee from District 7.
Lord, as we begin this meeting, we ask that you guide our thoughts and our actions so that we'll have a successful meeting today. Help us to accomplish our goals while displaying your character. We pray these things in your mighty name. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please call the roll.
Adams. Jones.
Excused.
Zafrati.
Here.
Jackson.
Here.
Brownlee.
Here.
Turjansky.
Here.
Agee. Here. Albers.
Here. At this point in time, we have a very special guest this evening that we would like to recognize.
So you have 3 yellow. It's not a green bag. You didn't look close. No. Thank you, Madam President. This evening I would like to take a moment to honor and acknowledge a young man, and I would like to read this certificate of recognition and then ask the young man to come up, because I think after I start reading it, you're going to really see what a unsung hero this young man turned out to be, and how the outcome could have been much, much worse for our city and the taxpayers than it actually was. Whereas on Wednesday, May 6, 2015, at approximately 4:23 p.m., while visiting his grandmother on Fred Avenue, Nathan Elliott noticed a fire coming from the neighborhood playground equipment. Wasting no time, the young man called for assistance, waiting for police and fire to arrive at the scene. This young man exemplifies commitment to serving others and the community by caring about our city. Due to his quick thinking, Nathan provided the police and fire departments with descriptions of the vandals, even offering to accompany them in providing eyewitness verification while police searched for them. His diligence, efforts, and persistence in attempting to apprehend the vandals was truly appreciated. Now, therefore, I, Jeffrey A. Lansky, Mayor of the City of Maple Heights, on behalf of all residents, do hereby recognize and thank Nathan Elliott for his selfless deed and acknowledge him as a good Samaritan and outstanding citizen. Come on up. I just want everyone to know that, our fire department responded almost immediately to this. And this fire had the potential to pretty much devastate and totally destroy all that playground equipment. And because they were so quick to get there and they put it out right away, the damage was very, very minimal. But if it wasn't for Nathan here, it could have been a lot worse. So I want to thank you on behalf of the city and the city council and all of our directors and the residents that are here too, because, we've dealt with an ongoing issue of a lot of vandalism this year at all of our parks, more so than any other year, and you saved the taxpayers a lot of money. But what I'd like to give to you, and I hope are you a sports fan?
Somewhat, yes.
Somewhat. He likes Cleveland sports. Okay, are you a Cavs fan? Are you all in?
Yes.
You're all in? Okay. Well, I want you to wear this then, because tonight's game 1. All in, right? Okay. I also I have for you, I hope you're a Browns fan, because I have a football signed by Browns, I believe he's an outside linebacker, Craig Robertson, he autographed it. I have a 8x10 autograph photo of Lonnie Chisenhall, who is the Indians' third baseman. Kevin Love bobblehead. I also picked you up a coat that says hero on it. You're our hero, so congratulations.
Public hearing for the tax budget of 2016. The public hearing is called to order according to Chapter 208 of the Codified Ordinances of the City of Maple Heights to permit the public to speak in opposition or in favor of the 2016 tax budget. And only comments directly related to the tax budget will be heard at this time for up to 3 minutes.
This is ordinance number 2015-27, an ordinance adopting the 2016 tax budget of the City of Maple Heights and declaring an emergency. Are there any proponents to ordinance number 2015-27? Are there any proponents to ordinance number 2015-27?
Yes. My name is Stephen Fastis. I live at 14115 Canada Avenue. In regard to the proposed ordinance, in regard to the tax budget for 2015 and the fact that we are under an emergency, I declare that we should support this tax budget inasmuch as if it will in fact help us get out of our predicament, our financial financial quagmire that we are in, and bring us up to that point where we can feel and breathe easy about ourselves. This tax budget, as much as it may possibly be a little bit hard for some people, nevertheless, let us support it with full support so that when we do get to that point and find ourselves in a better day, we will feel happy that we have done our part to do so. Because otherwise, my friends, we will not succeed, and the state will. And if the state succeeds, we will feel the death of their ire, and we will be very sorry. And this city will not be the city that we could be proud of. Thank you.
Are there any other proponents to ordinance number 2015-27? Are there any opponents to ordinance number 215-27? Are there any opponents to ordinance number 2015-27? Are there any opponents to ordinance number 2015-27? There being no further comments, this public hearing is now closed. Now I have a motion to add to the meeting the minutes of May 6th, 2015 to the agenda of this council meeting as amended.
Second.
Call the roll, please.
Adams. Sabrati.
Yes.
Jackson.
Yes.
Brownlee.
Yes.
Turjansky.
Yes.
Agee.
Yes. May I have a motion to approve the regular council meeting minutes, of April 15th, 2015 and May 6th, 2015 as amended.
Second.
Call the roll, please.
Madam Chair,
I called the roll for the
you
roll,
didn't ask
please.
for a discussion, Madam Chair, on the motion. You skipped over that.
I did. Call the roll, please.
Madam,
Sabrati.
Yes.
Jackson.
Yes.
Brownlee. Brownlee.
Madam Chair, I'd like to propose
Turjansky?
an amendment.
Yes.
Madam Chair?
AG.
Yes.
Okay. We didn't propose $1.3 million on the senior center levy. No one caught
Mr.
that.
Brownlee, I believe you're out of order.
Okay. Madam Chair?
Communications, please.
There's no communication.
No communications this evening. Committee reports. I just have one committee report, and that's for planning and zoning. I would like a motion to appoint Gerald Arnold, who to a 5-year term on the Planning and Zoning Commission, effective June 1st, 2015 through May 31st, 2020.
So moved. Second.
Thank you. Call the roll, please.
Adams.
Yes.
Safari.
Yes.
Jackson.
Yes.
Brownlee.
Yes.
Turjansky.
Yes.
AG.
Yes.
Thank you, Council. Department reports, beginning with the Fire Department. Chief Cavalutis.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The Fire Department calls to date are 1,858. The Cleveland Water Department has been installing an 8-inch temporary water main across the south sidewalk of the Rockside Road Bridge. This is to augment the water supply during repair of the 24-inch main under the bridge. This temporary main will be in place for approximately 4 months while repairs are completed. Pedestrian traffic is allowed on the north side of the bridge only. Hydrant flushing continues due to manpower and a delay for completion of this temporary main. Flushing will continue into the month of June this year. Fire Department would like to wish everyone a safe holiday weekend.
Thank you, Chief. Law Department, Mr. Milling.
Nothing.
Thank you. Police Department, Chief Papalarczyk.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Calls for service to date for the police department total 8,384. There have been 997 total calls since the last council meeting. As many of you are probably aware, although you're not, the police department is currently conducting an investigation into the release of some improperly redacted employee and former employee social security numbers by the city as part of a public records request. That information was subsequently posted on the Maple Heights News website and Facebook page. The investigation of this matter is ongoing, and the results, along with any recommendations regarding charges, will be made known once the investigation is completed. On May 15th, I had the opportunity to speak at the ARP meeting held at the Maple Heights Library on May 15th. We discussed crimes and scams against older citizens, and I want to thank them for the opportunity to come speak and for having me. It was very well attended, and I enjoyed myself, and I hope it was of use to them as well. With everything that's going on in the area here today, I've had numerous inquiries regarding the police response to any protests that may result from the reload verdict. First, I'd just like to say it's my hope that any protests that do occur will be peaceful in nature and in accordance with the law, so that the police response will not be required. That said, we have coordinated with the fire department, Chief Cavalutis, myself, and there are plans in place to ensure that we are as prepared as we can be if any problems should arise. So just be aware that we are cognizant of the fact that there may be a need for increased presence. On Thursday, May 28th at 7:30 p.m., I'll be participating in a community forum. It's been put together by Councilman Ron Jackson of District 4 to talk about some issues we face here in the community, how we can work together to address them. Ask all citizens and invite all of you to join us if you can. Again, that's 7:30 at the Maple Heights Library on May 28th. And finally, this Monday is Memorial Day. Just a reminder that the parade will kick off at 10:15. Go to the Veterans Memorial after that, where there'll be a ceremony to honor our nation's fallen and the members of our community who've given their lives in service. Ask all of you again to attend, take some time out of your day to show up. Please remember the veterans and their families, and on behalf of the police department, I'd like to personally thank each and every veteran who served on for their sacrifice. End of the report.
Thank you, Chief. Human Services Department, Mrs. Bopat.
Thank you, Madam President. The Human Services Department would like to thank all of you who helped us with our raffle. We sold tickets. Want to let you know that we deposited into the account for our department $1,017, thanks to your generosity. So thank you very much. I'd also like to announce that the Saints football and cheerleading group are now, they moved from Bedford to Maple Heights, and they are now practicing on our soccer fields. They're open to children 4 and up. We have information on how to reach them if you have any children of your own who would like to play football or be a cheerleader. The group is part of the Pop Warner Football League, and we are happy to have them here in the city to offer the program to our children. They also are very interested in becoming active in the community, and they will be coming. I'll be meeting them here on Sunday morning. They're going to do a cleanup of this parade route for the parade, the Memorial Day parade. They've committed 15 of their young people to be here with us to help do that cleanup, and we appreciate that very much. Lastly, one of our landscapers is Sun Valley Landscaping. He's one of our grass cutters, Mr. Leon Hines. He's also a resident of the community. He offered to do some help help the service department and my department do some of the grass cutting of the properties that are the city properties, like Mustang Triangle and the Pocket Park and some others, to kind of spruce them up for the coming spring and summer. So we appreciate that he has volunteered his time and has put it to very good use in the city. He also happens to have the contract at McDonald's to do the landscaping at the McDonald's restaurant. He went to the manager, Mr. Martin of McDonald's, and told him of the situation in the city. And as a good business owner, both of them, Sun Valley Landscaping and McDonald's, the people at McDonald's have committed to allow the landscaper to take care of several of these small, the Pocket Park, Mustang Triangle, and to help us to maintain those throughout the whole summer. We appreciate it. If you stop in at McDonald's, make sure you let them know that we appreciate their help. And if you need your grass cut, I can put you in touch with Sun Valley Landscaping. So again, thank you very much, and we appreciate all that they've done. End of report.
Thank you. Finance Department, Ms. Kroll.
It's okay, I'll just talk loud. Good evening to this council, the mayor, the residents, and my colleagues. Right now, we're really busy in trying to finalize the audits. We have a gap audit and also the regular external audit at this time. So we've been working very diligently in trying to get that finished, which we will. And then also, we spend a lot of effort in preparing the tax budget. So right now, that's pretty much what we have been doing for the last couple of months. Thank you for your attention and happy holidays to everyone.
Thank you, Irene. We now have a moment or two for citizens' comments. If you'd like to step up to the podium, give us your name and your address, and you have 3 minutes to give us your comments.
Hello, my name is Thomas Coyle. I live at 15614 Edgewood Avenue. A couple comments, especially concerning last meeting about the semi-trucks using Granger Road and Liberty Road. On 480, the gentleman was talking about the sign. There is a sign posted on the overpass of Attorney Road directing trucks to the Broadway exit. However, on Granger Road exit, there is no sign posted near itself. Also, since Granger Road exit is primary exiting to Garfield Heights and branches off into Maple Heights, maybe a cooperation with the Ohio Department of Transportation, Garfield Heights, and with Maple Heights, putting a sign at the Granger Road exit to let truckers know not to use this exit as a turnoff point. Also going up Libby Road, going into Granger Road, prior to the bridge there, the overpass, there's a sign there that says about commercial vehicles. But by that time, it's already committed to Granger Road. Maybe the sign should be posted over here on Broadway and Libby, so this way trucks won't enter onto Libby and into Granger Road. Also with semis on Dunham Road, there's a sign on Dunham Road. It's approximately 30 to 35 feet past the entrance into Dunham Road on Rockside that says no commercial vehicles. Maybe if that sign is moved to the corner of Rockside and Dunham, that will also prevent semis from entering Dunham Road. With the speed limit on West 44th Street, if you're coming off Granger Road, there's only two 25-mile-an-hour speed limit signs posted, and that's within 50 yards of entering into East 141st Street. The same applies if you're coming in on Rockside. Between those two, there is no speed limit sign posted. The only stop sign that the gentleman brought up, there is a stop sign on East 141st Street, but there's only one stop sign, and that's on the corner of Pease Road. And that's the only way I can see that stop sign being posted there is because it's a four-way intersection. The other ones are just traffic coming in. Some drivers can get confused because if they come up one of the side streets onto or into East 141st Street, they're coming off a 25-mile-an-hour side street, but on Dunham Road and also on Turning Road, which are the only two roads that I have traveled that goes from Granger to Rockside, that is the only road that has a 25-mile-an-hour speed limit. Dunham's 35 and Turning Road is 35. Maybe one speed limit sign should be posted where traffic comes into East 141st Street instead of just at the end of that street. Thank you for your time, and maybe that should be something we look into for safety of the residents and also children. And like I said, there's semi-trucks still using Dunham Road because of signs over here. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Adrian Carr, 5150 Theodore Street. Last week when I came home, and I know this question cannot be answered right now, but hopefully, Mr. Brownlee, in your report, I need to know why this was in my mailbox. I'm in District 4, and this was hanging out of my mailbox.
Hello everyone. Hello Council. I'm Aaron Mitchell, 20100 McCracken Road. A week ago, I came into this building, the senior center, and I spoke with Linda Vopat. I spoke to her about possibly having an idea or solution to how we can address some of the issues that we face as a community. I reached out to her and brought it to her attention that we have programs throughout the county that allow people who are receiving public assistance to be required to go out and do community service within the community at a nonprofit agency. That would give us here in Maple Heights an opportunity to bring people who are collecting Section 8 or assistance per month to come into and work with the city to address the manpower need, people to go out to clean the parks. There are positions that do not require major skills for people to fulfill within Maple Heights that we are in desperate need of at this time. And along with that program assists those people with job preparation and skills to help them go forward and become more productive members of society. Here in Maple Heights, we face a dilemma with people who are renters and people who are Section 8 and people who are owners, blaming one another for the ills of our community. This gives the people who are receiving public assistance an opportunity to contribute to our neighborhood, to become part of our neighborhood, to meet our city council members, to meet our mayor, to build relationships. So not only that the city has an opportunity to see other people within this community who are concerned for Maple Heights, but also give them an opportunity to benefit and contribute to the upward mobility of Maple Heights. There are very many people in Maple Heights who are transient people, who move from one house to the next house to the next house, all within Maple Heights, all within 1 year. If the city can help these people gain stability while also building a pride within our neighborhood, it'll help us move forward. There's too much bickering, back and forth, fighting, personal feelings. I apologize if I misquoted you. As a parent and a person who has worked with young people for the past 20 years, when I say don't have time to babysit, any parent, any person who works with young people will understand that. That's not an attack at all. That is a direct reflection of the need of people who can relate to young people to come forward and give them an opportunity to have that guidance to become more productive members of our society. We have young people in this community who are not bad. I grew up here in Maple Heights. The basketball courts disappeared when I was younger. At that time, look back at the history. A lot of people got in trouble. We had the hood. Those basketball courts disappeared. Raymond disappeared. Stafford disappeared. A whole generation of young people got pregnant, joined gangs, left Maple Heights, brought things that we learned from other places back to Maple Heights. Those same people are in a position now as adults to contribute to the city. And we don't give them an opportunity to, because they're looked at as a plot, as a reason, as a wrongdoing. Because people have too many personal egos to feel. I'm not about no ego. I'm about Maple Heights. I grew up here. I thank God for Maple Heights. I had an opportunity to experience something new. I can go anywhere in this world, anywhere in this country, and still be myself because of what I learned here and the diversity that I was experienced and exposed to. That's a benefit. We need to start looking at our diversity as a good thing, as opposed to something we're constantly bickering and fighting for. I thank you guys. Good luck. God bless you.
My name is Mr. Belvis, 21416 Garden View Drive. We've got a problem on Garden View that seems, I was asked to come and talk to you people about it by my next door neighbor, a very nice young lady. On April 10th, she reported a water department, a leak to the water department. They came out, they dug the front tree lawn up completely from the city tree to the end of her driveway, down to the depth to get to their valve, which is fine. I realize they have to. As of to date, the hole has not been filled in. It is 18 inches deep right now, because I stood in it and measured it today. They put a company, the water department had a company by the name of Utilicom do the work. They cut the street, dug completely across the street. They put a cone here and a barrel here, and left it sit there. On the side of 21413, the curb got busted by those people, and the street is this high at the top of the curb right now from debris that they pushed all that broken asphalt, everything into the hole. I don't know who put the blacktop across. Somebody told me the city did. I don't know. I wasn't home at the time. But I'll tell you, this is a hazard. The kids are picking up the stones and the rocks that are in the street and throwing them. This afternoon, a young girl, approximately 6 years old, riding her bicycle, fell into the hole, and the Cleveland Water Department, whatever you call that, where they put the key down, pipe is sticking up this high right now. Her bicycle hit that when she fell. She's lucky she didn't get hurt. I think that, my next door neighbor, she has called the water department. They told her, well, we'll get you, that's up to Utilicom to come out. They have 30 days to do it. Well, from April 10th to today is over 30 days. I don't think that if something happens, we've had people flying down this street when the hole was dipped before the asphalt went in. It was fine because they slowed down. But now that the asphalt's in there, they hit that thing and all you hear, and I'm not exaggerating, at night, as they hit that thing. I mean, it's disturbing to the residents. We can't sleep. We have to put up with this. We put up with the flying crap coming out of the street into our yards. They also, when they dug the sewer line, they piled the dirt on the side, from the sidewalk up this high, through straw, and left it. Not putting it in a hole. All the people around there, we're spending good money, the landscaping outfits, to come in and weed and feed our yards and take care of them. And it's just going to hell from all the straw now. I mean, I think it's time the city, get on the city of Cleveland, who runs this water department. If you don't pay your bill, I don't pay my bill. They come after us. But it looks to me like the city's afraid to go after them. Every place the water department cuts a street up, it's a mess. I mean, I realize we're in a financial problem in this city. I've lived in this city for 55 years. I remember when Jeff Lansky was a councilman in District 7. I give the man credit. He did do a job then. He fought to alleviate our basement flooding we had at that time. And I give him credit for that.
Thank
I
you,
know
Mr.
he's
Jones.
doing what he can right now to do what he can to get the city out. I thank you people for your time, and hopefully somebody can do something with this to get the street leveled off and get all this stuff taken care of for this poor neighbor of mine. This lady's at wit's end, I'll tell you. She couldn't make it tonight because she works for Metro General Hospital. But you do have her address is 21412 Garden. It's on the south side.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My name is Stephen F. Vassis. I reside at 14115 Kennertown Avenue. And my thoughts are these. First, I would like to consider the upcoming election. Whether or not Mayor Lansky runs for another term, I'm not sure if he is. But I understand there are some people who are vying for the office. And I hope and pray that those people get their vision to the people of Maple Heights, and that the whole electorate, that is the whole electorate and not part of the electorate, vote on whether or not they would like that person to run the city and make it a better place. Because Jeff Lansky has been trying his damnedest for 2 terms, plus the time he's been in council, to do just that. And he has been doing a great job of it so far. Thank you. Now, as to the next thing, and the most important thing, is the issue that is before you, that you'll be considering next meeting in June. And that is the ordinance, with regard to setting a levy before the electorate in regard to the funding that would be provided by that levy for the senior center. And I hope and encourage all of you, when you read this the 3rd time, and I praise Councilman Separati, my councilman, for bringing it up in the first place. I hope and pray that if you pass this, and I hope and pray that you do, that it goes before the electorate and that the whole electorate vote and approve it in the November election. Because, according to what I hear, this will aptly and effectively help to fund this center. This center is a valued and very, very important part of this city, but it's only a part of it. It is a structure, it is a cog in this wheel that we call Maple Heights. This center cannot go down, and it will not be a sacrificial lamb to those who think it ought to. Because if we do that, then what's next? Because frankly, this city needs to get to a brighter day. And we need people who will be wanting and willing and able to bring a proper and rightful and acceptable vision to the people of the Maple Heights for that to be happening. Because that is what I want, and I hope and pray all you ladies and gentlemen on this council want it also. Because I know for a fact that there's one lady over here who has been on her night watch, day and night, night and day, week after week, month after month, working for that to happen. And we haven't been sitting on our ducks. We've been doing it, so now we will not let this one happen. We will not be a sacrificial lamb.
Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Al Lawrence. I live at 5758 Longwood Avenue. Just want to say a little bit about the Memorial Day Parade. This will be our 78th consecutive Memorial Day Parade in the city of Maple Heights. I don't know how the rumors got started, but it was brought up to me that Last year was supposed to be the last parade for the city of Maple Heights, and also now there's a rumor that this is going to be the last one. As long as I'm able, there will still be Memorial Day parades in the city of Maple Heights. There will still be memorial services. Granted, the veterans are getting a lot older. This is one of the reasons why the parade route was cut short from Stafford Park to where we meet now at Maple Heights High School staff parking lot. So I just want to touch bases with that, and there will still be a parade. One thing I'd like to say, with this being an election year, and for those people running for public office, if you're going to march in this parade or participate in this parade, leave it as a memorial parade, not as a political parade. Try and boost yourself up. There will be no campaigning. We were supposed to have the programs ready today. Unfortunately, the guy that's doing our programs is having a little hard time. We should have them done tomorrow. Just in case that, and again, I hate to use that four-letter word, rain. You thought I was going to say something else, Shane.
No.
We would have the memorial service at the Maple Heights High School cafeteria, and that would start at 10:45. I want to thank the Lions Club, Tanya, and all of her people that donated the flowers that are at the honor roll, plus they had them planted. And I really appreciate that. We have a very nice program this year, something we haven't had in the past, and we had it a couple of years ago. We have two ladies from the Maple Heights High School who are going to sing the national anthem and Sweet Soldier Boy. They are Kayla Thompson and Shakrina Davis. They are both, again, from our high school. And I was guaranteed that these ladies are very good, so we will have that. Police Honor Guard we will have. They will be doing our rifle salute again, plus marching in the parade. Chief, I will get with you at the end of the meeting about everything. Good. And I know my time is up for this. Bob said I could have a couple of these. Anyways, also we're having the National Guard, 237th Brigade Support Battalion. They will be participating in our parade this year, unless something happens downtown. Anyone that would like a flag for their drive or for their yard, or for if they have a loved one that's for their grave, I do have them. I have some. See me at the end of the meeting, and I'll be glad to give them to you. Again, thank you, and remember those that gave such a sacrifice.
Thank you.